Okay, so we're asked to find the equation of the tangent line to the graph of this function, a parabola, at the point 2, using the definition. Okay, so remember, this is the definition of a derivative. The derivative is the limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. So using this definition, we have the limit as h goes to 0. F of x plus h, this notation means we go back to f, and everywhere there's an x, there and there, I plug in x plus h. So we get 3 times x plus h quantity squared minus 2 times x plus h. From this, we subtract f of x. This is f of x. Make sure you use parentheses here, because if you don't, you're going to get a sign error. So we're subtracting f of x, which is 3x squared minus 2x. And then this whole thing is over h. Now I know it's been a little while, maybe since you did algebra, but remember x plus h quantity squared, this is not equal to x squared plus h squared. Let me just do this on the side real quick. X plus h quantity squared means x plus h times x plus h. When we FOIL that, we get x squared, 1xh, this is another xh, so we get 2xh's, and then we have plus h squared. So this gives us the limit, as h goes to 0, of 3 times the quantity, x squared, plus 2xh, plus h squared. Just erase this because I'm going to need this space to finish the problem. So that's 3 times this, and we have minus 2. I'm going to distribute, so we have minus 2x minus 2h. Similarly, minus 3x squared, and then we get plus 2x. And this is a lot of times students will forget the parentheses, and that negative won't turn into a plus, and you're going to have a mistake. And this is all over h. All right, so distributing the 3, we get the limit as h goes to 0. Now notice, I'm carrying this limit notation along because I haven't done any limit yet, right? I haven't taken the limit. All I'm doing is the algebra, simplifying this difference quotient. So distributing the 3, we get 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h squared minus 2x minus 2h minus 3x squared, running out of room, plus 2x. And that's all over h. Okay, now notice 3x squared and minus 3x squared, they add up to 0. Negative 2x and positive 2x, they add up to 0. And notice each of these remaining terms contain an h. So let me factor that h out. So we have the limit of h times 6x plus 3h minus 2 over h. And now we can see h over h is 1, or we usually just say they cancel. Now I'm going to actually take the limit. So I'm going to drop this notation because now I'm taking the limit. When h gets close to 0, this gets closer to 6x plus 3 times 0 minus 2, which is 6x minus 2. So this is the derivative. So the derivative is 6x minus 2. Now keep in mind, the derivative is the slope of our tangent line, yeah? So at this, when x is 2 and y is 8, when x is 2, what is the value of our slope, or the derivative? So the slope of our tangent line, actually let me write this as tangent. The slope of the tangent line at a given point is the derivative. And for this particular problem, we want it when x is 2. So we want to evaluate this derivative when x is 2. So we get 6 times 2 minus 2, or 12 minus 2 is 10. Okay, so now that we know what the slope is, We're also given a point, so let me just erase this. So we know the slope, I'm just going to rewrite this again. So the slope is 10, and our point is the point 28. So what we have is a point in the slope, so we use the point slope formula. The point slope formula is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And that's where this is our point, x1, y1. Now we just plug everything in. So we have y minus y1, y1 is 8, equals m, we calculated that to be 10, times x minus x1, x1 is 2. And now what I usually want is to get this in the slope-intercept form, or y equals mx plus b. So we want to isolate y. Distributing the 10, we get 10x minus 20. What did I do here? This is a minus. And when I add 8 to both sides, we get y is equal to 10x. Negative 20 plus 8 is negative 12. So this is the equation of the tangent line to this graph at this point, which lies on that graph.